Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu salamu ala rasulullah, ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ala thumma amma ba'd. To proceed. Today we will go over the chapter on Dhawi al-Arham or other kin. Bab Dhawi al-Arham or other kin. And the reason why I translated it as other kin is what I told you before, that they are not really distant or remote, they're just other. The Shaykh defined them, and the definition of the Shaykh is just exactly what the translation says, other kin. He says, وَهُمْ كُلُّ قَرَابَةٍ لَيْسَ بِعَصَبَةٍ وَلَا ذِي فَرْضٍ. We're studying that, for those who are here for the first time, we're studying the book of inheritance. And we finished the inheritance of Ashab al-Furud, the inheritance of people with designated shares. We finished last time the inheritance of al-Asabat, the residuary heirs, the people who will get the rest. And today we are trying to finish the inheritance of Dhawi al-Arham, other kin, defined by Imam ibn Qudamah rahimahullah in his book al-Umdat as وَهُمْ كُلُّ قَرَابَةٍ لَيْسَ بِعَصَبَةٍ وَلَا ذِي فَرْضٍ. They are the rest of the relatives who are not residuary heirs and are not entitled to a designated share, because as we said before, when we divide the estate, what goes out, who gets their share first?
Designated.
Okay, people with designated shares, and those are called Ashab al-Furud, and Fard is the designated. Fard means obligatory, but Fard here means the compulsory share, the share that will have to be given out first. So designated shares will go first. Ashab al-Furud. What would be second? Residuary heirs, and it is called the Asabat. Asabat, and they are Asabat because they strengthen you, they circle you, they bail you out, they are responsible for your maintenance if you're a little baby, and then they're responsible to get you out of trouble when you grow up and you get yourself in trouble. So they are your Asaba because of that. And because of all of that, they are entitled to getting the rest after the people with designated shares have gotten their shares already. And now, what is next to this? Al-Radd. Al-Radd is next to this, which is redistribution. So meaning Al-Radd, as we will come to see, means that if you still have money left, if you still have part of the estate that has not been distributed, and you have people with designated shares, in the presence of Asabat, there will never be Radd, because Asabat are the residuary heirs. They don't have a designated share to say that there will be extra. They get the rest. And if someone is getting the rest, the concept of Radd is not there at all. But in the absence of Asabat, if I have some people with designated shares, but they, if someone was survived by his mother and daughter only, what does the mother get? Mother, daughter. What does the mother get? Huh? No, how come? Who's, there's a daughter, brothers, sisters. A sudus. Because with the mother and father, you have to look at the presence of children. If there are children, any child will reduce the mother to 1/6, from 1/3 to 1/6. The father, the daughter will reduce him to 1/6 plus the rest. The son will reduce him to 1/6 only. Okay? All right, so the daughter will get what? 1/2. So what is 1/2 and 1/6? One half is 3/6. So you have 4/6, 2/3. You have 1/3 left. Redistribution. Okay, if you had any residuary heir in this picture, redistribution would not apply. If you have a residuary heir and you don't have those, the residuary heir takes everything, just simply. So what is next to redistribution? Zawi al-Arham, other kin. Other kin. And this is according to whom? Hanbalis and Hanafi. Hanbalis and to be honest with you, it's according to everybody nowadays. Because even the Malikis and Shafi'is, they go by this now. Imam Malik and Imam Shafi'i did not give Dhawi al-Arham. They jumped from redistribution to the public treasury, which is Bayt al-Mal. Bayt al-Mal. However, the latter Malikis and Shafi'is have sided with Hanafis and Hanbalis on this issue, and they recognize that ذوي الأرحام وأولو الأرحام بعضهم أولى ببعض في كتاب الله, and the relatives, the blood relatives are more deserving of each other, are more entitled to each other's inheritance in the Book of Allah. So they did recognize that ذوي الأرحام should probably take before Bayt al-Mal. And Bayt al-Mal does not inherit, but Bayt al-Mal takes the money so that it doesn't get lost. Because at the end of the day, all of us are the children of Adam. All of us are the children of Adam. So all of us are relatives to some extent. But since it is really hard to figure out who's more deserving than who, it is not a matter of inheritance, but a matter of sort of preserving the money and protecting the money. So that's that is where this category of heirs belongs. This category of heirs belongs after the Ashab al-Furud, people deserving designated shares, al-Asabat, residuary heirs, and redistribution. Dhawi al-Arham will come into the picture. And the Sheikh said, after he defined them to be other than the people deserving designated shares and the asabat. And maybe we should talk about, should give examples of Dhawi al-Arham before we move to the ruling concerning Dhawi al-Arham and how they inherit. Maybe we should give some examples of Dhawi al-Arham. So starting from the closest to the deceased, the daughter's daughter or the daughter's son, the children of the daughters, keep in mind that children of the son, whether they are daughters or sons, are considered heirs. They have designated shares. Whether they will get them or not, they will be blocked by someone closer or not, that's a different story. We're talking about they still belong to the people of designated shares. But the children, whether they are boys or girls, the children of the daughters or the children of the daughters of the sons, children of the daughters, or children of the daughters of the sons, or children of the daughters of the sons, will they deserve any inheritance? Yes, if they, in this category, they'll be part of this category. So children of daughters. And if this is the deceased, and this is the daughter, so these people will be Dhawi al-Arham. Okay, so let us say, now, who is this? This is the maternal grandfather, isn't he? Does he inherit as a grandfather? No, he does not. He is called al-Jadd al-Fasid. But it's a bad, anyway. But he's not fast or anything. But because he does not inherit, al-Jadd al-Sahih would be connected through the paternal side. So that maternal grandfather, he will not inherit as a person deserving designated share or a residuary heir. Does he still inherit as Dhawi al-Arham? Yes, he does. Okay. Now, Going up also. This is the father, right, of the deceased. This is the deceased. This is the father of the deceased. We said that the mother of the father of the deceased will inherit as a jadda, as a grandmother, right? We said that the mother of the grandfather of the deceased will also inherit as a grandmother, right? We said that the mother of the great-grandfather of the deceased will not inherit. This woman will not inherit as a jadda. Will she inherit as other kin, Zawi al-Arham? Yes. She will inherit as other kin. Okay, so now, what about the sister? No, this is actually the, this is the sister, this is the, okay, yeah. But I want to get to this, so we're done with the Hamud al-Nasab, we're done with sort of the pillar of lineage, downwards, upwards. So what about this? So this is the father of the deceased, and this is the mother of the deceased, and this is, let's say these are siblings, but these are full siblings. They're coming from the same father and the same mother. The son of this one, does he inherit as Dhawi al-Arham? No, because he's asaba, because he's a residuary heir. What about the daughter? Does she inherit as Dhawi al-Arham? Yes, she does. Okay, the son of your sister, does he inherit as Dhawi al-Arham? Yes, because he doesn't inherit as a designated heir. He's the son of your sister. Like if the person dies and leaves his sister's son, his nephew, son of his sister, will he inherit as a sahib fard, the designated heirs? No. Will he inherit as residuary heir? No. Will he inherit as Dhawi al-Arham? Yes. Okay. Now, the same thing will apply to the child that the same thing applies to. This will not inherit because this is inheriting as a residuary heir. If you have a sibling from your father only, the same thing will apply like the sibling from your father and mother. Their children will inherit in the same way. The sons of the sons will be residuary heirs. The daughters of the sons and the children of the daughters will inherit as Dhawi al-Arham. What if you have a sibling that is only from your mother? A sibling that is only from your mother. Whether this is a male or a female, they're only related to you through your mother. So that these are your maternal half-siblings. Maternal half-siblings. Maternal half-siblings, do they inherit as Dhawi al-Arham? No, because they are designated share. They have designated shares. Although it applies to them perfectly, the concept of Dhawi al-Arham, because they are not really paternal in any related to you from the paternal side at all. So that concept of related through the womb, yes, they are related through the womb, but keep in mind Dhawi al-Arham in the sense of inheritance. We're talking about people who are not going to inherit as heirs of designated shares or heirs, residuary heirs. Okay, so they don't inherit as Dhawi al-Arham. The children of those, whether they are male or female, just the children of your maternal half sister, maternal half brother, they're children. Do they inherit as Dhawi al-Arham?
Yeah.
Yes, because they don't have designated shares. They don't have designated shares. Even the son of your maternal half-brother is not a residuary heir. They don't have a designated share. They don't have designated shares. They don't have. They're not residuary heirs. Okay, so now we're done with the siblings and the children of the siblings. What about the uncles? Okay, so your paternal uncle, yes.
Your paternal your half paternal brother, his son is a residuary heir.
Correct. The paternal half brother, his son is a residuary heir. They're just like the full brothers. His son is, but they are blocked by the full brothers. In the presence of full and half, the full gets everything and blocks in terms of residuary heirs. Yes, yeah. So now we're done with that. What about your paternal uncle? Your paternal uncle is Dhawi al-Arham? No, because your paternal uncle is what? Asaba. So residuary heir. What about the son of your paternal uncle? Okay, so does not inherit as Dhawi al-Arham. What about the daughter of your paternal uncle? Does she inherit as Dhawi al-Arham? Yes, she does. So what about, and this is the full uncle now. The paternal half uncle is like this. What about the maternal half uncle? So he is your father's brother. He is your father's brother, but he is your sort of half maternal. So your father has a brother who shares with him the mother only. They don't have the same last name like you. So that maternal half uncle, does he inherit as Sahib Fard, heir of designated share? Does he inherit as Asaba? Does he inherit as Dhawi al-Arham? Yes, he does. Okay, so what about this aunt here? She is a paternal aunt. Does she inherit as designated share, heir of designated share? Does she inherit as Asaba? Does she inherit as Dhawi al-Arham? Good. Going up from here, if she is at this level, she's the sister of your grandfather, the same applies. Now, but if you have one that is closer, so certainly the one that is higher will not get with the one that is closer. But going back to your maternal side of the family, your maternal aunt, and the reason why I said that other kin does not mean remote or distant is that the Prophet ﷺ said about al-Khala, the maternal aunt or aunt. What did he say? The maternal aunt is like a mother, that has the place of the mother. Just like he said, Amur Rajul Sinu Abi, the paternal uncle is like a father. He said the maternal aunt is a mother, or takes the place of a mother. So you can't say to that distant. But the maternal aunt, the fairness of the Sharia is quite obvious. The maternal aunt will not be responsible because we have to designate who's responsible for the maintenance of this child. When this was a child, who was responsible? She was not responsible. So she will not inherit from him as a asaba, as a residuary heir. If he kills someone, she is not responsible to bail him out. So she will not get she will not be a residuary heir. But certainly, all the ulama recommend that you would include your maternal aunt in your wasiyah if she is poor. You have 1/3 that you can manage, in your wasiyah. So if you have a poor maternal aunt and you have this 1/3 that you can manage, that would be just like natural, expected that you would include your maternal aunt in your wasiyah. Okay, so that maternal aunt, will she inherit as Dhawi Arham? Yes, she will. So what about the maternal uncle? Will he inherit as Dhawi Arham? Yes, al-Khal warithu man la waritha lah. So the Prophet ﷺ, it was reported that he said, al-Khal warithu man la waritha lahu. The maternal uncle will be an heir for those who have no heirs, or will be the heir of those who have no heirs. Okay, so these are Dhawu al-Arham, Dhawu al-Arham. They are basically the relatives that are connected to you through the womb. You could say the blood relatives even, that are not Ashab Furud, heirs of designated shares, or Asabat, residuary heirs. The rulings. The Shaykh rahimahullah said, لا ميراث لهم مع عصبة ولا ذي فرض إلا مع أحد الزوجين فإن لهم ما فضل عنه من غير حجب ولا معاولة. They don't inherit in the presence of any residuary heirs or any heirs entitled to designated shares except one of the spouses. Then they would inherit the remainder without blockage or correction for shortage, which is awl. Awl would be proportionate reduction, correction for shortage, proportionate reduction. What does he mean by this? In the presence of this or this, these people would never inherit, except in one case. Like, why would they not inherit? Why would the Dhawi al-Arham would not inherit? Certainly, obviously, if you have residuary heirs, they take the rest. So anyone who's taken the rest is just, that's it, all done. But what about designated shares? Like, let us say a man died and was survived only by his daughter. Died and was survived only by his daughter. What does she get? Half. And I don't have residuary heirs. Why are Dhawi al-Arham not getting anything? He is survived by his daughter and his maternal aunt. Why is she not getting anything? Huh? The daughter will get the rest through redistribution. The daughter will get the rest through redistribution. But why is it that I have one exception, which is the spouse, whether it is the husband or the wife? So the husband will be entitled, in the absence of anyone else, the husband is entitled to what? 1/2. Okay, so if I have a husband and a maternal aunt, what does the maternal aunt get in this case? The maternal aunt will take like the mother, not like the father. Okay, but why am I giving the maternal aunt? Okay, yes, because there is no redistribution for spouses. The only people that will not have redistribution in terms of the heirs of designated shares are the spouses. And that's according to the 4 Imams. Well, Uthman said that they can, there is some kind of controversy, but this is khilaf ali, this is controversy among the Sahaba and so on. But according to the 4 Imams, spouses will not get any more than their shares through redistribution. Okay? So in this case, the maternal aunt will get the maternal aunt will get 1/3 because she will be treated like a mother. And the mother will get what? In the absence of children. And in the absence of children, in the absence of what? Jama' al-ikhwa, multiplicity of siblings. So without children or multiplicity of siblings, the mother will get 1/3. So what does the maternal aunt get in this case? 1/2, because she'll get 1/3 and the rest through redistribution. Okay, so in the presence, but let me tell you this. When you have, and maybe the Sheikh mentioned, no, he did not mention. But he said من غير حجب ولا معاولة. He said من غير حجب ولا معاولة, without blockage. What does he mean by without blockage? He means by without blockage, like I have a husband and I have a daughter's daughter. A husband and a daughter's daughter. How does the daughter's daughter inherit in this case? She takes the place of her mother. Because basically in Tawarith Dhawi al-Arham, in given Dhawi al-Arham their inheritance, you give them the place of the connection between them and deceased who would have inherited. They are connected to the deceased through someone who would have inherited, right? So you keep on going up until you get to the person who would have inherited. So the daughter's daughter will take the place of the daughter, right? What does the daughter do to the husband? Partially block him from 1/2 to 1/4. Does the daughter's daughter do the same? No, she does not. That is important. So the Dhawi al-Arham don't have that power to block. And at the same time, they don't have the power to do proportionate reduction. Let us say, I have a daughter's daughter here, and I have a sister's daughter. What does the sister's daughter will take the place of the sister. Do the sisters inherit as people of designated shares? Yes or no? Yes. So we will promote her to her sort of like the connection that will be inheriting to the place of her mother. So the sister's daughter will be treated like a sister. The daughter's daughter will be treated like a daughter. Okay? The husband will be what? The husband will have 1/2. Okay. And let us say I have, in addition to these, I have a maternal aunt. And let us say I have, in addition to these, I have a paternal aunt. So the daughter's daughter, what does she inherit? She inherits 1/2. The maternal aunt, what does she inherit? She takes the place of who? The mother. So she would inherit, in this picture, the mother, we have a mother and you have a daughter, she will inherit 1/6.
But you said it doesn't have the same effect.
No, but she doesn't have the same effect on someone who is inheriting as a designated share, but she is inheriting as Dhawi al-Arham. So you will imagine that each one of them took the place of the other one, and then you will do the distribution on that basis. So you will have a daughter, you have a daughter's daughter, you consider her a daughter. You will have a maternal aunt, you'll consider her a mother. You will have a paternal aunt, you'll consider that to be a father. Well, let us, yeah. But the idea here is certainly in this case, you could have a awl because the husband is getting one half, she's getting one half, we're already done. So anything after this will result in awl. No, that never happens. The husband is getting his one half and everybody else is sharing the one half. So they cannot block that husband or the wife. They can't block the wife partially or completely, and they can't also compete with her causing awl or proportionate reduction. Because in a usual scenario, like if you have a husband and a daughter and a mother, husband to daughter, mother, what does the husband, no, not husband to the daughter will bring the husband to 1/4. But in general, in the masail of al-awl, let us say I have a husband, I have a mother, I have a daughter, I have a sister, or I have a daughter's daughter or a daughter's daughter. So the daughter and the daughter's daughter will get 2/3, and the mother will get 1/6, right? And the husband will get 1/4, right? So 1/4 and 1/6 and 2/3 is what? More than one or less than one? More than one. What do I do in this case? Awl, a proportionate reduction. Proportionate reduction. But if they are the real ones. But if I have the real husband, or the husband has to be a real husband, and then I have Zawul Arham that is taking the place of the mother, Zawul Arham that is taking the place of the daughter, Zawul Arham that is taking their place, not that they actually present. They will not compete with the husband this way. They will not, we will be giving them, after we give the husband his share, and if they are Zawul Arham, the husband will always have the 1/2 because they will not have the power to block him. We will put them all together into their 1/2. And there will be some cases where they will have awl in among themselves. There will be some cases where they will have proportion reduction that we will come to them shortly, inshallah. Okay, so is it clear that Zawul Arham cannot inherit in the presence of any other heirs except the spouses? They will inherit in the presence of the spouses without blocking the spouses and without competing with them, causing proportionate reduction or awl. Then the Sheikh said, وَيَرِثُونَ بِالتَّنْزِيلِ فَيُجْعَلُ كُلُّ إِنسَانٍ مِّنْهُمْ بِمَنْزِلَةِ مَنْ أَدْلَى بِهِ. They inherit by upward substitution, meaning that each one of them will be put in place of the relative through whom he or she is connected to the deceased. Here are some examples. فولد البنات وولد بنات الابن والأخوات بمنزلة أمهاتهم. So the children of the daughters, of the son's daughters, and of the sisters will take the place of their mothers. وبنات الإخوة والأعمام وبنو الإخوة من الأم كآبائهم. The daughters of the brothers and of the paternal uncles and the sons of the maternal half-brothers will take the place of their fathers. So after this upward substitution, you put everyone in the place of the person that is connected to him through the deceased that would inherit from the deceased. And then you look at this mas'ala and And after you make the distribution, you go back and you give. So let us say that I have, let's finish with the examples that he gave. So he says here, وبنات الإخوة وبنو الإخوة من الأم كآبائهم, the daughters of the brothers and of the paternal uncles and the sons of the maternal half brothers will take the place of their fathers. والعمات والعم من الأم كالأب والأخوال والخالات أو أبو الأم كالأم. The paternal aunts and the father's maternal half brothers will take the place of the father. The maternal uncles, maternal aunts, and the maternal grandfather will take the place of the mother. And I wish I did not erase, I should have probably not erased Okay.
Sheikh, is that the sibling?
Huh?
Is that the sibling?
This is a sibling. This is a sibling coming from the same.
Don't connect them to the sides, though.
Huh?
Don't connect them by the sides, because that means men.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is the mother. This is a sibling through the mother. And this is the daughter. Okay, so let us say that I have a daughter, and I have, this is the maternal half sibling, their daughter, and I have a paternal aunt. I have a maternal aunt and a maternal uncle, and I have this is a sibling, right? This is a brother, and he has the sister. Let us say this is a sister, and she has two children, a boy and a girl, a boy and a girl. Okay, so let's say that I have those people here, and this is just like a random assortment of people. So how are these going to inherit? These are the grandchildren of the deceased through his daughter. How are they going to inherit? Like their mother. Like their mother. So they...
In the absence of a
Oh yeah, in the absence of course. How is this? So they are going to inherit 1/2. How are they going to divide the 1/2 among themselves? Equally. Yeah, the fact that, the gender does not, or sex does not, is inconsequential here. Inconsequential. In terms of dividing between people at the same level who are connected to the deceased through a connection, because it's inconsequential. It would be consequential if we are talking about what? If we're talking about, the difference between the father and the mother, for instance, this would inherit as a father, right? This maternal aunt or paternal aunt will inherit like a father. This maternal and maternal aunt and uncle will inherit like a mother. You will imagine, you will remove all of this, and you will imagine the mas'ala as what? As if you have a father, a mother, a daughter, and who is this? This is the, yeah. So yes, this is a brother, this is a sister. The brother and sister, are they getting anything? Those people are getting anything? No, because they have a father here. You have a father here. No, you don't have a father. You have like a maternal aunt. But after the upward substitution, you are having a father, you're having a mother, you're having a father, you're having a mother, you're having a daughter. Do these inherit in the presence of the father, mother, and daughter? They will not inherit. In the presence of the father, mother, and the daughters. But after you give each one of those their share, and you divide their share among their heirs. So here, the division of the shares among the heirs will be irrespective of their gender. So these two have inherited the share of the mother. The maternal aunt, the maternal uncle have inherited the share of the mother. How do they inherit it? Whatever the share of the mother is, they divide it among themselves half and half, irrespective of their sex. So the Sheikh says here, فإن كان منهم اثنان فصاعدا من جهة واحدة فأسبقهم إلى الوارث أحقهم. So this is about multiple ذوي الأرحام from one direction. If there are two or more from the same direction, jiha, then the most deserving is the one closest to the heir, who would have inherited had he or she been alive. So I have here this daughter's daughter, and I have here the deceased also had a son. The son died, and the son had a daughter, and the daughter had a daughter. So I had the daughter of the son's daughter, and I have the daughter of the daughter. The daughter of the daughter will inherit, and the daughter of the son's daughter will be blocked. Because the daughter of the daughter is of the same jiha direction, but closer to the deceased. فإن استووا قسمت المال بين من أدلوا به وجعلت مال كل واحد منهم لمن أدلى به وسويت بين الذكر والأنثى إذا استوت جهاتهم منه فلو خلف ابن بنت وبنت بنت أخرى وابنا وبنت بنت أخرى قسمت المال بين البنات على ثلاثة ثم جعلته لأولادهن للابن الثلث وللبنت الثلث وللابن والبنت الثلث بينهما نصفين. Okay, if they are equally close, then divide the money among those through whom they are connected to the deceased and grant their shares to those related to the deceased through them, given equal shares to the males and females from the same direction. Therefore, if he was survived by a daughter's son, if he was survived by, let's see here. If he was survived by a daughter's son, where's the daughter? This is the daughter, okay. So a daughter's son, a daughter of another daughter, a daughter of another daughter. So
That's the daughter's son. You have it
Hmm?
Yeah,
Stars up top.
the square, the sun's up top in the middle.
This one will be
So
a
that's
daughter
the son.
and
That's the
another
daughter's son.
daughter under.
You have two that.
No,
That's the daughter.
that's the daughter of the deceased. The daughter's son.
That's the daughter. If you look at
A
the
daughter's son.
You have two stars.
Oh, this star confused me. Okay. Okay, so you have this daughter's son here. Okay, so you have a daughter's son, a daughter of another daughter, a daughter of another daughter. So this is a daughter. Okay, this is another daughter. And then this is a daughter of another daughter. Okay. And a son and a daughter of a third daughter. And a son and a daughter of a third daughter. Another daughter here. And you have a son and a daughter. So you have the deceased had 3 daughters. The 3 daughters died. One left a son, one left a daughter, and one left a son and a daughter. Okay? You will divide the estate. He says, you will divide the estate among the 3 daughters and then give their shares to their respective children. For the son of the first daughter is 1/3, and for the daughter of the second daughter is 1/3, and for both the son and the daughter of the third daughter is 1/3, to be divided equally between them. So basically, the estate of the deceased now, you will imagine that he had 3 daughters. Every daughter will get 1/3. And then this 1/3 will be divided. So this son here will get the whole third because he's the only child of that daughter. This daughter here will get the whole third because she's the only child of this daughter. The son and the daughter of this daughter will split the 1/3 among themselves, half and half, irrespective of sex. Because here we are giving inheritance through the womb. And if you're given inheritance through the womb, sex becomes irrelevant. Okay, if he was survived by 3 paternal aunts of different strengths and 3 maternal aunts, وإن خلف 3 عمات مفترقات و3 خالات مفترقات فالثلث بين الخالات على 5 والثلثان بين العمات على 5 وتصح من 15. If he was survived by 3 paternal aunts of different strengths and 3 maternal aunts of different strengths, then 1/3 is divided over 5 shares among the 3 maternal aunts, and 2/3 are divided over 5 shares among the 3 paternal aunts. Then the problem can be solved without fractions if we make the denominator 15. So he has 3 paternal aunts of different strengths means what? What do we mean? So where's the deceased? Here. This is his mother. Okay, so he has 3 maternal aunts here of different strengths. One, this is the father? Oh, okay. Okay, we need the father still. We need the father because he has 3 ammat, 3 paternal aunts, and 3 khalat, 3 maternal aunts. Okay, so 3 ammat and 3 khalat of different strength. One is full, one is paternal, one is maternal. One is full, one is paternal, one is maternal. That is what it means when he says muftariqat, meaning of different strength. So he says, then 1/3 is divided over 5 shares among the 3 maternal aunts, and 2/3 are divided over 5 shares among the 3 paternal aunts. Okay. So the 3 maternal aunts and the 3 paternal aunts, how do they inherit? All 3 paternal aunts will inherit like a father, right? All 3 maternal aunts will inherit like a mother, right? First, think of it this way. You have a father and a mother. Huh? What?
يعني هنورث المذر الأول، إخواتها هياخدوا وبعد كده هنورث الفذر الباقي.
No. No. Just think of it like you have a father and a mother. If you have a father and a mother, if the deceased was survived by a father and a mother, what do you give to the mother? 1/3. What do you give to the father? No. The rest, which is 2/3. But you should not say 2/3, because always you say 2/3 if he is heir of designated share. If he's a residuary heir, you always say the rest, which is 2/3. But you don't say 2/3 because he doesn't get 2/3. So the mother will get 1/3 and the father will get the rest, which is 2/3. So the mother gets the 1/3 and the father gets the rest, which is the 2/3. Now, this mother, how do they inherit? They are her sisters. Let us make them inherit from their sister. How do they inherit? What does the full sister get? Guys, what does the full sister get? Half. What does the paternal sister get? What does the paternal sister get in the presence of a full sister? 1/6. Had we had 2 full sisters, what would the paternal sister get? Nothing. But she gets the 1/6 takmilat al-thuluthayn. She gets whatever is left of the 2/3 after the full sister gets her 1/2. Just like which example? The daughter and the daughter's daughter. What does one daughter get? If you guys remember this, designated shares, you have to remember this. What does one daughter get? 1/2. What do 2 daughters get? 2/3. But if you have one daughter and a daughter's daughter, what does the daughter's daughter get? Well, I'm sorry. Yes, you have a daughter. You have one daughter and a son's daughter. What does the son's daughter get? 1/6. That is whatever is left of the 2/3, right? She doesn't compete with her aunt, but she gets the rest that is meant for the genre of daughters. 2/3 are meant for the genre of daughters. But since I don't have 2 daughters, I will give the son's daughter the rest without competing with her aunt. Her aunt gets her full half. The same applies to full sisters with paternal half-sisters. The full sisters will get 1/2. The paternal half-sisters will get whatever is left of the 2/3, which is 1/6. So this paternal sister will get 1/6. What does the maternal sister get? 1/6. Yeah, because this is still kalala. This is still kalala. When do maternal siblings get part of the inheritance, get their share? When you don't have فرع وارث or أصل مذكر. فرع وارث or أصل مذكر. You don't have inheriting offspring and you don't have male ancestors. No inheriting offspring, no male ancestors. In this case, you will give the maternal half 1/6. The same applies here, 1/2, 1/6, 1/6. Now, what is 1/2, 1/6, and 1/6? What is, so 1/2 will be 3/6. 1/2 will be 3/6. So 3/6, 1/6, 1/6, you have what? 5/6. What do you do in this case? Rad, which is redistribution, because you have more estate than shares. Awl will be in the case of more shares than estate. Rad, you have more estate than shares. In this case, and instead of each one of them getting 1/6, 1/6, 3/6, you will just take that 5 and make it the denominator. Simply. And then this will get 1/5, this will get 1/5, and this will get 3/5, right? And that is 1, right? The same will apply here. this will get 3/5, 1/5, 1/5. Okay? Then, in this case, all of this distribution, we were talking about 2/3 for the father and 1/3 for the mother, right? So, in order for you to have one denominator, multiply the 5. So 2/3 multiply becomes 15. Multiply the 1 by 2, because this is 2/3, 2 over 15, plus 2 over 15, plus, wait a second. 3 times 2 is 6 over 15. Huh? The others will get what? It's 1/3. 1/3. So, wait a second. 15, 1 times 3 is 3. 15, 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 5 is 15. And 1. So, the denominator is 15. 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 6 is 10. Plus 3 is 13. Plus 1 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. That's it. That's what everybody gets. But the thing is that you need to remember is the upward substitution. You're getting everybody to where, to take the place of the bona fide heir that is connected them to the deceased. And then you make the division. فإن اختلفت جهات ذوي الأرحام نزلت البعيد حتى يلحق بوارثه ثم قسمت على ما ذكرنا والجهات 3 البنوة والأمومة والأبوة. Multiple ذوي الأرحام from different directions. If the directions of ذوي الأرحام differ, you make the more distant relative take the place of the one from whom he or she inherits. And then you divide the estate as we mentioned. There are 3 directions: filiation, bunuwa, maternity, umuma, and paternity, ubuwa, and maternity, ubuwa. So basically, if you have people in different direction, no matter how far down, so this is the daughter. So this daughter, this great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter is like 6 generations down from the deceased. She will jump in the absence of people obstructing her way from the same direction. She is jumping to take the place of the daughter. She is jumping to take the place of the daughter, regardless of the number of generations that she is removed from the deceased. And we said this before when we talked about al-asabat, because the jiha comes first. The jiha is more important. The direction is more important than proximity or than al-qurb. Is that clear? Well, yeah, anyway. Well, so if you're having trouble, then you can be a Maliki or Shafi'i for the day. But keep in mind that the latter Malikis and Shafi'is, they do this also. And the laws in Muslim countries are all partial to this distribution, not to the old positions of an Imam Malik and Imam Shafi'i. The laws in Muslim countries take this and it is kinder. It's, instead of going to Bayt al-Mal, it goes to the relatives. If the deceased has been survived by a maternal aunt, for instance, and a daughter's daughter, they're really more deserving than Bayt al-Mal. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. I'll take the questions and just give 5 minutes for people to leave and then I'll take the questions.